Good morning everyone. This is Science Standard 6 video number 3. In this video we are going to do a revision of chapter 5, separation of substances. Okay, first of all I would like to say about the substance, about the mixture. What is mixture? Okay, the mixture is a substance that contains two or more pure substances mixed together in a varying proportion. Okay, mixture can be of two types. First one is homogeneous mixture, second one is heterogeneous mixture. Okay, what is homogeneous mixture? It is a mixture in which constituents are uniformly distributed and each part of the mixture has same properties. For example, okay, salt dissolved in water to form a homogeneous mixture. The particles of salt and the water are uniformly distributed and each part of the mixture has the same properties. Okay, and other example of the homogeneous mixture is sugar and water solution. Okay, next the type of mixture is the heterogeneous mixture. What are heterogeneous mixture? Okay, it is a mixture in which constituents do not get mixed uniformly and each part of the mixture has different properties. Example, okay, sand and sawdust form a heterogeneous mixture. They forms a layer. Each part of the mixture has different properties. Some other examples are that water and oil. You can see oil is floating on the surface of water. Chalk in pond water, soil. Okay, these are the examples of heterogeneous mixture. Okay, now come to the separating solids from a mixture. Okay, from the solid or a mixture we can see. The first one is, you can see, hand picking. What is hand picking? Okay, the grains and the pulses that we buy from the market may contain some undesirable components like small stones. These components look very different from the food grains and they are different sizes and colors, so they cannot be easily they can be easily spotted easily. Okay, such desirable components are removed by hand picking. Okay, hand picking means to take out by hand, out by hands. Okay, it is a very convenient method for the separation only when the size, shape and the color of unwanted substance is different from the useful one. Okay, you can see here this person is sitting and just taking the stones from their hand. Okay, now the second one is winnowing. Second one is winnowing. Okay, what is winnowing? Okay, winnowing, we need to separate grains from the mixture of grains like wheat or rice and husk. This is done by the method of winnowing, which is based on the property that grains are heavier than husk. You can see here the heavy grains are falling straight downside and the lighter one is moving that side. Okay, so this process is known as winnowing. The method of separating heavier and lighter components of mixture by wind or blowing air is called winnowing. The next one is threshing. Okay, what is threshing? Okay, threshing, the process of separating grains from the stalk by beating them on the ground. Okay, you can see here this person is beating the grains on the ground or by a machine is known as threshing. It is done by manual also. Farmer hold a pile of crop in his hand and hit it on the rock or any hard surface. Okay, and during this process the grains separated from the stalk. And threshing can be done by machine also. The name of the machine is thresher. Okay, and this machine is used for threshing large quantity of grains. Now come to the important one, that is sieving. Okay, what is sieving? You can see here sieving. Okay, what is sieving? When the component of a mixture are of different sizes. Okay, and this method of separating the component of a mixture that are of different sizes by using sieve. Okay, this is known as sieving. Okay, your mother also do that, Okay, this method is used in homes to separate the wheat bran from the flour. Okay, you have also noticed that similar large sievers are being used at the building construction at the site to separate the pebbles and the stone from the sand. Okay, you have also seen that. Okay, this whole process was separating solids from the solids. Now come to the magnetic separation. Okay, what do you mean by magnetic separation? Okay, magnetic separation is a method based on the magnetic and non-magnetic properties of two component of ore. When two things are there, one is magnetic component and other is non-magnetic component. Okay, a ground ore is carried on a conveyor belt. You can see here this belt is running. This is called conveyor belt. It passes over a magnetic roller. This is the magnetic roller. Okay, and these non-magnetic particles leave the belt. Here is the non-magnetic, they leave the belt. Okay, and fall from it, and the magnetic particles are attached by the magnetic field and separate it later on. Here it is being separated. So this is the magnetic separation. Now come to the separating insoluble solid from liquid, that is from water. First process is sedimentation. Okay, this is the first process, that is sedimentation and decantation. Okay, what happens in sedimentation and decantation? Insoluble substances that are heavier than liquid can be separated by sedimentation and decantation. Okay, what is sedimentation? The process of settling down of heavier insoluble particles at the bottom of the liquid is called sedimentation. And what is sediment? The heavier insoluble particles that settle down at the bottom of a liquid is called sediment. This is sedimentation, and the process is known as this is sediment, and the process is known as sedimentation. Okay, and what is decantation? Here you can see this is the decantation, the process of pouring out a clear liquid from a vessel. Upside clear liquid is here and downside impurities are there. Okay, the impurities are heavier insoluble settled particles downside. So we pour the liquid and the clear liquid, okay, comes inside with the help of glass rod. The process of pouring out a clear liquid from a vessel after sedimentation without disturbing the sediment, that is heavy insoluble settled particles, is known as sedimentation. Okay, now the next one is filtration. You can see here this process, the filtration. Okay, we separate the used tea leaves from tea. Okay, we pour the prepared tea through a tea strainer. Okay, and strainer has a wire mesh in it and it acts as a filter. That liquid tea passes through the small holes of the tea strainer and collect in a cup kept below. The used tea leaves, being bigger in size, do not pass through the tea strainer and are left in the tea strainer. This process is called filtration. Okay, what is filtration? Again I am saying the process of separating insoluble substances from a liquid using a filter is called filtration. As you can see here, this is the filter paper or strainer is here. Okay, we are filter paper is a piece of special paper that has a millions of tiny holes in it. We are using to filter it. Okay, in the normal in everyday life we use filtration for the juice and vegetables. Okay, usually filtered before drinking to separate the seed and pulp. Okay, next usage is for making paneer. Few drops of lemon juice are added to boiling milk and it forms a mixture that consists of a particle of a solid paneer and liquid, and the paneer is then separated from the liquid through a fine filtering cloth or a strainer. Second one, we use water can be made absolutely safe for drinking by using a electric ultraviolet water filter. Now the separation, next we are reading about the separating soluble solid from a liquid or a mixture. First one we will read about the evaporation. Okay, what is evaporation? First, the term, the process of changing liquid into its vapor on heating is called evaporation. What happened? This method is used to obtain a solid substance. Okay, here you can see. Here you can see the solid substance that is dissolved in the liquid. Common salt dissolved in water can be separated by the process of evaporation. This is the important question. You keep in mind that which process is used to separate. Okay, when common salt dissolved in water, okay, salt from the sea water, the process is known as evaporation. Okay, and the process is based on the fact that liquid vaporizes easily on heating, whereas solids do not. Okay, seawater contains a lot of salt. The process of evaporation is used to obtain salt on a large scale from seawater, and seawater is trapped in a shallow pond called, that is small ponds are there and allowed to stand there. The heat of the sun gradually evaporates water completely in the shallow pond, leaving behind the solid salt. Okay, this mixture of salt is further purified to obtain common salt. Okay, the next one is the condensation. This is the condensation. Okay, what first, what do you mean by condensation? Okay, the process of changing vapor into liquid state on cooling is called condensation, and this method is used to obtain a liquid from its solution. You can see here. Okay, the liquid is getting condensed. We can get water from the salt solution by this process. Okay, this is the process of condensation. Thank you everyone.